Right, good morning, welcome back. All de-shrouded and ready to reassemble. But before I put these dress covers down on top of the forks where they're supposed to go, I'm going to take a moment to think about that because I think they are what has caused this problem. Initially, you might assume that this corrosion has come from road blasts, but I don't think so. Having worked with these forks for a couple of days and taken a close look at the corrosion and where it came and the fact that only the top 2 inches corroded, I think these dress covers are what caused the problem. I'll show you close up exactly why I think that is. Right, this is the design from the factory, and this dress shield now taps down over the top and it sits up against this lip here, just like that. Now when I tap this upwards, you have to tap with a brass drift and tap it off. And I'm sure you remember in the last video when I slid my finger around like that, all this here was absolutely full of thick sludge. And I think that's because this here is a really tight fit on this lip of the fork leg, and yet the top, it's open. So that sits down on there, sealed at the bottom, but open at the top, which means all the road grit, salt, brine, all ends up down inside here with nowhere to go. And if you ride your bike in the weather and you have painted forks, you might want to remove them. Now, removing them, that's the next thing. I'm not going to do it in the conventional way. I'll show you why. Now this bike has got a vinyl wrap fitted between the 2 yokes to black out the top of the fork. It's quite a common modification and I can't afford to damage that. The normal conventional way of removing these, drop the fork out, lift it off the top and then slide the fork back in and pinch it up. But that would definitely damage that. It would scar and scratch it up trying to take it out and put it back in. So not wishing to do that, the best way to do it, especially considering these are going in the bin, is to take the tin snips and very carefully cut them off and then throw them in the bin. And hopefully then this will never happen again. Right, not nice, I agree with you. I know it's not nice to see stuff being cut and butchered, but unfortunately I was stuck. I've got no choice. I don't want to damage these, I can't afford to scar them up, so I can't take the fork legs out without doing that. So protect them, take some good quality tin snips and just very carefully snip them off. Again, I'll repeat, it's not nice, but this was the way I had to do it today. And now that's done, hopefully this nice new finish is future-proof. Give one. All right, notwithstanding Harley-Davidson's rather poorly thought out design of these dress caps, obviously this wouldn't have happened, but it still happens. If you've got a Harley-Davidson with dress caps there, you might want to tap them up out the way if you ride in all weathers, and you might want to have a look underneath and see if there's a salt sludge under there like there was on this bike. And if you do have, you might want to make a decision whether to keep them or not, because they have definitely caused this problem. But forks, as I said, can still corrode, and when they do, this is the same fix. Now, powder coating stuff like this, it's easy enough to do. You take the forks out, strip them apart, send them away, get them powder coated, come back, rebuild them. Very easy, but also quite expensive. Because this job, it looks beautiful, it will last years, and it was less than £10 for the paint and the fleece, and that's it. And it took me a couple of hours of my life to do. Very easy, you can do it yourself. So there we are. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, ride safe. I'll see you next time.